Welcome to Inside the College. I'm Dr. Maggie McMenamin, president of Union County College. My guests for this episode of Inside the College are three wonderful young women here at the college, and they are Coach Marbely Montas, who's also a student services generalist here. She's the women's basketball coach. Welcome, Marbely.
Hi, how you doing?
We also have two student athletes. They're really scholars, and they are Yaneiry Holguin.
Hello.
And Kenu Ogbevire.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Welcome to Inside the College. Now, we're delighted that the three of you have joined us. Let's start with Coach Montas. Coach.
Yes.
Student Services Generalist, also women's basketball coach. But you're not new to Union County College. First, let's find out, where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Okay, you grew up here in Elizabeth.
Raised in Elizabeth, New Jersey, yes.
And you came to Union County College as a student, is that right?
Correct. I came here in 2005, and I graduated in 2007. I was also part of the women's basketball team at that time. And then from here, I transferred to Monmouth University, and I graduated there in 2009.
Did you play basketball at Monmouth?
Yes, I did. I was on a full scholarship at Monmouth University.
So you came to Union County College. Remember, you were a member of the women's basketball team here.
Correct.
And then you got a full scholarship to play Division I basketball at Monmouth.
Correct.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Now, what'd you major in at Monmouth?
I majored in physical education.
Terrific. Now, tell us about coming back to the college after you graduated.
So after I graduated, I always told myself that I wanted to play at the professional level. That was always the dream of mine. So I graduated in 2009, and I happened to, travel. I went to Dominican Republic, then I went to Puerto Rico, and then
You played in the DR?
Yes.
And Puerto Rico?
Yes.
Wow.
Before I actually came here.
Okay, which team did you play on?
I played on the national team. It was called San Lázaro in Dominican Republic.
San Lázaro.
Yeah. Then we went to they call it the Central Basket of like the Euro Cup in Puerto Rico. And I was also representing Dominican Republic because I was born there. I came here when I was 3. So it was a great experience. I didn't even count as an American. I was able to be counted as a citizen of
Você habla
Dominican
español?
Sí.
Sí. Muy bien, muy bien. Okay, now we have two of your wonderful student athletes here with us, and I know you've been working in the college life department for several years, and most recently as an assistant coach in the women's basketball team. Back, welcome back, Cotter almost.
Right.
But now as the head coach. Is this your first year as head coach?
Yes, it is. First year. I've always been part of a coaching staff, so it's amazing to kind of wear that hat now and kind of do things a little bit my way,
Sure, but it's lonely at the top as the head coach. Things look a lot easier when you're an assistant coach.
It's very true. Very true.
Now let's talk to some of your two of your student athletes here. Yaneiry.
How are you doing?
Good, I'm doing very well. Now tell us, what position do you play in the basketball team?
I play shooter and a small forward.
Okay, so the 2 and the 3 position.
Yes.
All right, and are you any good?
Yes.
All right, so you're a good shooter.
Yep.
Every basketball team needs a great shooter. And are you an outside shooter?
Yes.
Can you hit the 3?
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now tell us about your studies here at Union County College.
It was a great experience to come here because I have been trying to come here since 2014, and I didn't have the opportunity because of couple situation. But in 2016, I came here with a scholarship in a ESL program on level 3, and it was a great experience. At the beginning, it was a little frustrating for me because I didn't know the language, but I have.
What is your natural language?
Spanish.
Spanish, and where are you from?
Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic also?
Yeah.
All right, but you're living here in Union County now, is that right?
Yes.
Where in Union County?
Elizabeth.
In Elizabeth. So you studied ESL for a year, and you've learned English now.
Yes.
So what are you studying? What's your major now at the college?
Psychology.
All right, tell us what you want to do with your degree in psychology.
I want to graduate from here and go to another school and continue my degree, excuse me, and graduate and continue to play basketball.
Okay, good. And when do you think you're going to graduate?
Probably 2019.
May of 2019.
Yes.
Wonderful. Have you thought about what school you'd want to transfer to after graduation?
I would like to go to Michigan State, but I don't.
Michigan State?
That one of my.
How'd you pick Michigan State?
Because the first time when I came to United States, I went to Michigan and I went to a tryout to this school for a camp, and I like it. That's why I picked that one like the first one.
Good. Well, Coach Marbely's got some work to do then in trying
Absolutely.
to get you a look by Michigan State. So you're hoping to play at the next level and perhaps even at a Division I school at the next level.
Yes.
Wonderful. Now, career-wise, you said you're majoring in psychology and you want to graduate from Union, go on to a four-year school, Michigan State if possible. But what's your career goal? What do you want to do for a job long term?
I like psychology and cognitive and personality. So for my job, my passion would be like talk with people and try to understand them, because I think that we have to listen to people, because sometimes they don't know where to go and they have some problems and stuff like that. So I would like to be that person that they can go and talk with.
So you want to be a clinical psychologist?
Yes.
That's fantastic. So you will be a bilingual clinical psychologist.
Yes.
You're going to be amazing, and we're looking forward to seeing how you grow over the next year, 2 years here, and hopefully advance your dream to Michigan State. But I always tell students, the best school is the one you get into. So we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
How's the season going so far, basketball-wise?
Good.
Good. And how are your studies, your academic studies?
Good too.
So you are truly a student athlete,
Yes.
not just an athlete.
No.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now my other student guest today is Kenu Ogbevire. How'd I do with your name?
Perfect.
Perfect, good. Kenu, tell us about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from Roselle Park, New Jersey.
Okay, did you go to Roselle Park or Roselle Catholic?
Oh no, I went to Roselle Park High School.
Roselle Park High School. And what position do you play on the team?
I play center.
Okay, you're the center. Fantastic. All right, so when she misses a shot, when Janeda misses a shot, you're the one rebounding it. Is that right? Does
Yes,
she miss
ma'am.
very often?
No.
No.
She's a good shooter.
She's a good shooter. All right. So tell us about the season. How is it going so far this year? What's the team record?
We're 10-1 right now.
10-1.
Yeah, and we only lost one game.
Who'd you lose to?
Monroe.
Monroe. That's Monroe, New York?
Yes.
From
so they weren't-
Rochester?
Yes, they weren't in our conference, so like we're undefeated in our conference, and we're in the first seed.
Terrific. So was the game against Monroe at Monroe, or was it here?
Yes, it was a weekend tournament. We went to them, and it was our first game of the tournament. So we lost that one, and then the next day we won.
I've never been to Rochester, New York. What's it like?
It's very cold.
Very cold. That's what I've
Yes.
heard. I know some people in Rochester. I've heard it's really cold. So tell us about your academics. We love basketball. I love the fact that you have Coach Marbely as your coach, who is a graduate of Union County College, and we know basketball is important, but we also know that academics is more important than sports. So let's talk about your studies. What are you studying?
Right now I'm a psychology major, but I have hopes to go to med school because I want to become a psychiatrist. So my focus is really biology, and then next semester I'm going to take chemistry to prepare me for organic chemistry, which has a 6-hour lab next year. So right now, like, I'm doing really good in my studies and just like focusing in like science and just doing well in my other classes to bring up my GPA.
When do you expect to graduate from Union County College?
I expect to graduate May of 2019.
So you're both on about the same trajectory in terms of graduation, May of 19.
Yes.
After Union County College, what are your plans? Where do you plan to study? What's the next step for you academically?
I don't have a specific college that I know I want to go to, but I want to see how far my basketball career takes me and wherever I can go with that. I want to go to a school that has a good medical school program, so I do consider Rutgers because it has a really good med school program, like for graduating students that want to go to med school, has like a 70% acceptance rate into med school. So I've been looking into some schools, but I'm just not sure what school I want to go to yet. I have to see where like my basketball career takes me.
Is it your hope that you'll be playing at the four-year school when you transfer?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think a Division I school like Rutgers is one of the things, or would you be looking for a D2 or a D3 school?
I'm always shooting for like the highest I can go for. So right now I'm thinking Division I, but that also requires a lot of off-season work that I have to put in.
That's right. Maybe detract from your academics as well.
Yeah.
Are you tall enough to play the 5, the center position at the Division I level?
Yeah, that's my highest concern. I'm 5'10" right now.
Are you still growing?
Yeah, I actually am still growing.
Okay, good.
So there's that. So I would have to work on a lot of ball handling skills because I'm not sure if I'd be tall enough to play center at a D1 college.
Yeah,
so.
the centers at D1 are like 6'3", 6'4", 6 plus. So you're probably the size of most point guards at the D1 level, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Okay, all right. So I see a lot of ball handling drills in your future, if that's the. But there are a lot of students who get just as much satisfaction playing at a Division II or the Division III level at the smaller schools. I played at Temple University as a point guard. My twin sister, who by the way majored in psychology as well, was 5'10". She's 5'10". She's 4 inches taller than me. She played at the University of Scranton, and she had a D3. She had a great experience at the University of Scranton. So I always encourage student athletes not just to look at Division I. Everybody thinks that's nothing's better than D1, but D2 and D3 programs can be as satisfying and certainly in some ways a lot more fun and accommodating to a student athlete. And I suspect you two are more than just student athletes, you're scholar athletes. Is that right?
Yeah.
Both great grades, I'm assuming, very good grades. Are you honor students? Yaneiry, are you an honor student?
Yes.
Kenu?
Right now I'm looking to get a 3.6. If I bring my biolab grade up, I can get to 3.6 to be in PTK, but that's like on the line. I'm trying to see if I can get my grade point average to 3.6.
There's still time. The
Yes.
semester's not over. Work with your faculty. So that's fantastic. 3.6 is an amazing grade point average. Amazing. So, Coach Marbely, Coach Montas, tell us about what's coming for the rest of the season. What are you expecting? You're 10-1 right now.
I have a big freshman class this year. Yaneiry, which I call her Yaya, she's the only sophomore. So, we're working on our focus level, just making sure that we continue the chemistry, continue the growth, and I take it a day at a time. I don't rush anything, so a practice at a time, game at a time.
So what are the goals for the team this year?
Goals for the team is to, Garden State, that's number one.
Garden State Athletic Conference Championship?
Correct.
That's goal number 1.
That's goal number 1. And
who's your big competition in the Garden State?
Right now, Hargrove.
Okay.
We just actually beat them by 10 at their house.
They're
which is,
in Garden State Athletic Conference?
Yes.
Okay, even though they're not in the Garden State, they're Keystone
Correct.
State. Okay.
Correct.
And what's goal number 2?
Goal number 2 is winning regions.
Okay, regional championship.
Correct.
Who's your big competition in Region 19, NJCAA Region 19?
Lackawanna College.
Lackawanna College. That's in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Okay, Lackawanna.
Lackawanna.
All right, so your goals are win the conference, win the region. Anything else?
Of course.
Well,
All coach wants, every coach wants to go to nationals.
go to nationals?
Every coach wants to go to nationals. And, I have high hopes for, this particular group. And I think that if, we do what we're supposed to do, both off the court and on the court, there's a possibility that we can go to nationals.
So the challenge is to stay focused one game at a time.
Correct.
But understand that there's a bigger picture in terms of team goals that include winning championships.
Correct.
Every coach I know wants to win the last game. So I wish for you and for your players an opportunity at some point in your careers to win the last game of the season.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Kenu. Thank you, Yaneiry, and thank you, Coach Montas, for joining me at Inside the College.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
This has been the first segment of Inside the College. My guests today have been Coach Marbely Montas, Student Services Generalist and coach of the women's basketball team here at Union County College, and two of her star Scholor athletes, Yaneiry Holguin, psychology major from the city of Elizabeth, and Kenu Ogbevire, another psychology major, but really pre-med from Roselle Park. They're wonderful Scholor athletes, and they're terrific examples of well-rounded students here at Union County College. We'll be right back after these messages.
Union County College, transforming our community one student at a time.
Union County College, transforming our community one student at a time.
Union County College, transforming our community one student at a time.
Welcome back to Inside the College. I'm Dr. Maggie McMenamin, president of Union County College. My guest for this segment of the show is our new Vice President for Student Development, Dr. Demond Hargrove. Dr. Hargrove, welcome to Inside the College.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
It's a wonderful thing to have you here because I want the folks, our viewing audience, to get to know a little bit more about you. You've been at the college for 3 months now, but there are a lot of people who say, tell me more about this new vice president you have. So where'd you grow up? Where are you from?
I'm actually originally from Hartford, Connecticut.
Okay.
And so I ended up in New Jersey. I was recruited to play football at St. Peter's College, but I ended up playing at New Jersey City University.
You played intercollegiate football?
Played college football there, Division III.
I love Division III athletics.
Yeah,
That's
it's true.
great.
It's true athletics, indeed.
True student athletes.
Absolutely.
So what position did you play at NJCU?
Played cornerback. I played defense. And
All right.
so it was a great experience. And the Division III level is a level where, you know, we are true student athletes. And so you do it for the love. As you know, there's no scholarships involved. And so it was a great experience.
How did you choose NJCU?
You know, it came down to, I was interested in political science and pre-law.
Okay.
And being close to New York City was one of the pulls that attracted me to Jersey City in general. And so being from Hartford, Connecticut, everyone wanted to leave and venture out into different states once they graduated from high school. And so that was one of my goals as well. And so
What'd you major in there at NJCU?
political science and pre-law.
So your thought was you want to be a lawyer.
Wanted to be a
There's
lawyer.
not enough lawyers in America. Evidently, there's not enough attorneys in America. One more young man wants to be a lawyer.
Absolutely.
So what happened? You're not a lawyer now.
You know what happened? I became involved with athletics and with student government. And that changed the entire scope of, trajectory of my career aspirations. And I really wanted to be involved in student affairs. And so it's interesting, back at that time, student affairs as a career or as a major wasn't something that was prevalent.
Right.
And so as the years are going on, there were people at NJCU that assisted me and helped me to matriculate through the university. And so I identified that as a career path.
So you stayed in political science as a major, though.
I stayed in political science. My first job out of college was in the Juvenile Detention Center in Secaucus. I don't know if you remember the Hudson County Juvenile Detention Center being open. And so that was the first position that I had.
What'd you do there?
I was a resident counselor. Okay. And so social engagement, activities, some
After
educational
doing that,
pieces.
working in a college with college students must have seemed pretty easy.
No, it was pretty grim working in a juvenile detention. It wasn't what I had in mind. So I returned back to the college and began working in admissions.
So at that point you said, I want to make student personnel services my career.
Yes, I want to keep students from the juvenile detention center, and so the admissions piece was something that can help me do that.
Well, I know you're Dr. Hargrove, so you must have gone to graduate school. So
I
tell us
did.
about your master's and
did.
your doctoral studies.
My master's is in counseling, psychological counseling,
From?
and that is also from New Jersey City University. Once I completed that, I moved on to Seton Hall University, and my doctorate is in higher education, leadership, and policy from Seton Hall.
Seton Hall Pirates.
Absolutely.
So tell us about your career path. After leaving the detention center, returning to NJCU, tell us about your career path over the time that you were there.
Yeah. So at NJCU, I started in the enrollment management piece, which all was under the umbrella of student affairs. And
What's enrollment management? What did you have to do
enrollment
there?
management includes, there I worked particularly in the admissions office. And so I was an admissions recruiter, moved up to working with transfer institutions, 2-year institutions, and then ultimately associate director of admissions there. And from that point, I moved on to the office of the vice president for student affairs as the assistant to the vice president.
So what did you do in that capacity?
In that capacity, I was primarily responsible for assessment practices. I worked with student athletes in terms of academic advisement for that group. And I was also, everything else that the vice president did not want to do.
Oh, I get that.
Yeah.
Other duties as assigned.
Absolutely.
So how long were you at NJCU as an employee?
I spent 20 years at NJCU.
All right. Where do you live now?
I live in Union.
You're right here in
I
Union
live
County.
in Union. I've lived in Union since 2004.
Okay, so you've been here in the county for almost 14 years.
Absolutely.
And you're just finding your way over to Union County College. So tell us about the big move for you from Assistant Vice President at NJCU to VP, Vice President of Student Development at Union.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think what attracted me particularly to Union, I've always seen Union County. I've always seen, I've received the mailers and what's going on in Union, and, it was always a superb place.
Good, we want you to get them.
And so I think what attracted me initially was the mission, and that, you're transforming lives, and that's what mattered to me as a student affairs professional.
Transforming our community.
One student at a time. And so, once you see that mission, and then you see the progress being made towards that mission. The institution is mission driven. And so, I started to take a closer look. I noticed that the position was open. And it really started off as, let's go see what's going on. And, this would be the next level in my career. And so the more I became familiar with the institution, the more I came and met more people, met you, it became something that I really wanted to do. Particularly as a Union County resident is important to me as well. I spent a lot of my time in Hudson County, serving the community, but serving a different community. And so this provided me with an opportunity to serve where I live, where my children live. And so I'm glad I made the decision. It's great.
Well, you mentioned your children and serving the community, so let's take a little detour here. You live in Union Township. There's a lot of important people in Union, not the least of which our current sheriff, who's going to be our senator next, Senator Cryan, Senator-elect Cryan. Got Assemblywoman Quijano with an office in there, and several others in Union Township. But tell us about, I understand you also coach youth baseball, or
yeah.
What kind of community activities in Union?
have
I
to
know
say,
a lot of our viewers live in Union Township.
Yeah, listen, to me, Union Little League is the best Little League in the state of New Jersey.
Oh boy, that's going to be
so
a problem.
I know that's going to come across, but it's a great organization. It gives us the opportunity to give back to the youth. I've been coaching there now maybe about, I want to say 6 years, since my oldest son was about 4 or 5 years old. And maybe over the last 2 years, I've coached the Rams Little League football, flag football, with my youngest son, my 7-year-old. And so, again, you get to know the different parents, you get to know your community. Someone told me that you don't really become part of your community until you have some sort of great connection there. And so my children was that connection, to my community, gave me the opportunity to meet some wonderful people. So.
Have you ever been to the Union Township, the Union St. Patrick's Day Parade on Morris Avenue?
No, I have not.
Well, you're in for a treat.
Yeah, this year.
This
I've
year.
seen the videos and yeah.
All right, you've seen the videos
I've
of the
seen
Union
marching
County
and-
College students
Absolutely.
marching in that parade, the best St. Patrick's Day Parade in the state of New Jersey. So looking forward to having you join us for that event. Now let's get back to Union County College.
Yeah.
Tell us about your work here. What are you responsible for?
Well, I serve as the Chief Student Affairs Officer, and so my responsibility is to be the chief advocate, so to speak, for the students, and to advise you, the president, on all that has to do with working with the students at Union County College. And so the divisions or the departments, units that report to me include enrollment management operations, and I lump those into admissions, financial aid, the registrar's office, and advisement. And then I also have the college life aspect, which is athletics, student conduct, and those pieces, student activities pieces. And so I've inherited a great staff, and that's all that you can ask for going into a different situation.
What do you like the most about your work here at the college?
Students. The students. I've had the opportunity to go to so many different events and just meet the students, and they're the population that I want to meet and work with. Diverse student population, humble means all the students are looking to make a difference and make something of themselves. So it's always inspiring to work with that type of population.
Hardworking
students. Absolutely.
Appreciative.
Absolutely.
We love our students.
Yeah.
Students are #1 here at Union County College. Tell us, there's a program that you're in charge of, Operation Graduation. Tell us a little bit about Operation Graduation.
Operation Graduation is a program that's focused on graduating students at Union County College. We're focused on those outcomes. And so in previous years, we've had the opportunity to work with students and push students, but that outcome was something that we needed to focus on. And so under your leadership and under the leadership of the previous vice president, that department was formed, Operation Graduation. And so the graduation rates have increased over the years. We're currently increasing at a very steady rate. Another piece of that program is Project Achievement, which focuses on the African American male outcomes.
Have you had any success with that?
Absolutely. And so that graduation rate has increased steadily over the years as well. And
I heard it quadrupled.
Quadrupled since the inception of the program. And so we have some lofty goals this year, and we're hoping to meet those goals. I'm certain that we can. Great staff, great set of students that are working there. And so we're going to try to do some more creative things to get that program more robust.
I've been talking with the new Vice President for Student Development at Union County College, Dr. DeMond Hargrove. He's a resident of Union Township and a terrific leader for this Student Affairs Division, particularly our Operation Graduation, Project Achievement, and college life activities. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hi, my name is Mujnir Lewis. I'm a game design creation major, and I hope to graduate from Union County College in January 2018.
Hey guys, my name is Mary. I'm majoring in biology, and I hope to graduate in May 2019.
My name is Marissa Adahadi. I am a business major, and I hope to graduate in May 2018.
Welcome back to Inside the College. I'm Dr. Maggie McMenamin, President of Union County College. My guest today has been the women's basketball coach here at Union County College, Marbely Montas, two of her student athletes, Yaneiry and Kenu, who are both psychology majors here at the college, and my most recent guest has been the Vice President for Student Development, Dr. DeMond Hargrove, a new addition to the college and the individual who is responsible as the Chief Advocate for Student and the Chief Student Affairs Officer here at the college. Dr. Hargrove, thank you for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for the work you do every day, helping our students and helping us fulfill that mission, transforming our community one student at a time. Have a great holiday season. Happy Thanksgiving, happy Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Festivus to everyone. And we look forward to seeing you next month inside the college.